Cacaucita, abuelita, cura, cura mi corazón. Abuelita, cacaucita, cura, cura mi corazón. Abuelita, cacaucita, abre, abre mi corazón. Abuelita, cacaucita, abre, abre mi corazón. Welcome to a new walk and talk with me, Marije from Labyrinth Art Therapies. My first walk and talk since my return from the Netherlands. I'm back in New Zealand and I'm finding myself somewhere in between worlds. Jet lag is a funny thing. Jet lag makes you feel like you're in between worlds. So I'm drinking a little cacao before I'm going for a walk in my favorite little forest and share some thoughts. Beautiful cacao, all the way from the Pacific Islands. There's a kahu flying up in the sky. The kahu is like a hawk, bird of prey. It's flying high and it's floating on the air pockets. Beautiful, beautiful to see. There's two. There's another one. They're flying together. Wow. Fly, kahu, fly. Last little bit of this delicious cacao. And I'm blowing out this little candle, cute little beeswax candle. Fly to the heavens, little angels. And we're on our way. Yeah, as I mentioned, a jet lag is a funny thing. It really feels like you're in between worlds. Day become night and night become day. Your sleeping pattern is completely upside down. But also the world that you live is not really as you know it is. I think it was Steiner who said that when you're traveling and you're traveling in a body that is faster than your own, especially an airplane, I'd say, your body arrives there before you really do, before your soul does. When you think of something, your thoughts and your soul is already there and that your body has to arrive. But when you really physically move, your body can be faster than the soul. And it really feels a bit like that. I'm not soulless, that's not what I'm saying. But it feels that I'm still arriving. I'm still a little bit unpresent. And that's okay. I had really a wonderful trip to the Netherlands, to my country of birth, and I've been sucking up my root energy, and it has completely filled me because, as I've already said, I hadn't been there for 13 years, so it was absolutely time. It was time to see my country, my family, my parents, my beautiful parents, my friends, and it was so nice to see how well I was received. My parents made my old attic, where I used to live when I was a child, they made it really mine, and they put little attentions everywhere. I think my mother did that because she's really good at that. So there was a little plant, and some of the things that I had created with crafts at the Steiner school, my sculptures and my wooden sculptures, but also some statues of clay. It was so lovely to return home, and it really felt like coming home. Oh, I'm at a little muddy spot. I think it's the same as where I've walked before. I think it keeps a bit of the humidity. Yeah, and the interesting thing was for me that I walked into a world of the past, which is at the same time it's the present too. And yeah, it was like stepping into my old life. My room is so familiar to me, even though it has changed and the furniture has changed or moved, and it's not the same at all as when I was a child. But the feeling of it is so familiar, belongs so to me. It so belongs to me. One of the first things I noticed was that memories are not only stored in your mind or in your brain, but really also in your physical body. And that was because my parents' house has been renovated recently, and the old bathroom has been completely torn out and broken out and pulled out, and new tiles and new pavers on the floor, and new buttons for the light. Where there used to be a string to pull to turn on the light is now a button. And I noticed for many days, when I went into the bathroom in the dark, for example at night, but even during the day, that as soon as I opened the door, that my fingers were searching for that string, and that string wasn't there anymore. And of course I opened many doors in my life, but this memory of that bathroom is that they're just around the corner. There should be this string, and it wasn't there. And it took a while to get used to the button, to the light button. Light switch. Yeah, that's it. That's the word. I've been a bit out of my English language. So I may have to think a little bit more about words and probably do some Spanglish, some Dutch versions of English. But yeah, so that was one of the things that I found very interesting. Yeah, the in-between world. It's a strange one. It's a strange feel, but cool at the same time, because it's something that you don't often experience. I had planned to film a lot when I was in the Netherlands. That was my plan. But of course life had other plans, and especially my friends and my family. So I went to see a lot of my friends and families instead. And every day I thought, oh, today I'm gonna do a little bit of filming. And then my friends sent me a message. Oh, Marije, I'd love to see you. When can we meet? And then I thought, well, why not? I loved seeing them so often. That's what we did. Meeting up, having a walk. I've seen towns that I've never been before. Of course, I had the very touristic tour with my dear friend. We went to Volendam, Edam, and the island of Marken, which is something that usually only tourists do. But I was a tourist in my own country, so heck, why not? It was lovely to hang out with them. And I've seen Bergen op Zoom, lovely medieval town in Brabant. I didn't expect really to go that deep south into the country because I really want to be in my own province. But I have a very dear friend living there and I wanted to see where she lives and how she lives. So we went there, had a tour. I did Dordrecht, where I had an amazing cacao ceremony on top of the old church tower that looks down on the harbor and on the little medieval city. I did that with my dear buddy Gwen. And of course Lou took me around her new town where she's been living for a while. I know her, she's one of my oldest friends. I think I know her from the boerderij, which is where we used to go dancing. And we met when we were 14. And we're still very, very close. Even if we don't have contact for a while, we're always in each other's hearts. And she showed me her new town of Schiedam. And that actually was the loveliest place I've seen in the Netherlands that I didn't know of. And if I had to return, God forbid, but if I had to return to the Netherlands, that could be a place where I would land. Although I love my own city of Den Haag very much too, of course. And yes, I visited Rotterdam several times. The city where my dad was born and raised. And he showed me around his neighborhood. I saw the house where he lived when he was a child. And then I visited Rotterdam several times just by myself to find the old places I wanted to see. Yeah, I'm at the top, as you can see. I'm at the top. I'll give you some of the view there. It's beautiful. I love it here. It's quite windy. I'm going back down. And of course I visited my own city, the city of Den Haag. I love Den Haag. A lot has changed actually since I've been away. And I thought it would have been changed for the worse, but it has changed for the better. I think it was during the whole pandemic times when in the Netherlands they couldn't sit in bars. Well, we couldn't go anywhere in New Zealand, but they were not allowed inside bars. But what they were allowed were terraces outside. So they on the sidewalks and on parts of the street where there's usually parking, they created tables and chairs to have drinks. And actually since it all has finished and the world has opened again, that stayed because people loved it so much. And I think due to the good weather, many people were outside. They were drinking coffees and teas and glasses of wine and beer. And it was so crowded everywhere. I remember days in The Hague when there was nobody in the streets but me, and sometimes I felt a bit alone there, but really there was so much aliveness. I loved it. I really, really loved it. It was so crowded that I sometimes thought, wow, how is it possible? Here in New Zealand, sometimes you don't meet one single person, like here where I'm walking now. Nobody out here. And there it's hardly possible to not see anyone. So for a while I really, really loved that. But after 4 weeks, I think I started to feel quite full. And in the 5th week, I started to long for a little bit of loneliness and some time to myself. And now I'm back. After 6 weeks, I feel so happy. But I'm full with all those memories and new experiences. And I had such a very, very good time. I will need probably 13 years to process. Yeah. I hope not. I hope I will be coming back to the Netherlands before that. But I've had so many meetings, so many visits, and so many experiences. It has totally filled me up, and I'm feeling so much gratitude. I'm feeling so honored and seen and loved by my family and my friends and everyone that I met. It was an absolutely fantastic trip that I will talk about more, because there's so much to talk about and so many thoughts to share. But I thought in this video I'll already share a few. And I'm very, very grateful, very thankful to be back here drinking my cacao in the calm. Because yes, I've done a few cacao ceremonies in the Netherlands, and some of my friends had cacao for the very first time. And I hope and I think they have loved it as much as I do. So let's keep that cacao spirit coming through. I'm on my way down after the high, and up the hill. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I missed walking because, oh my goodness, I've walked for kilometers. Here we would say I've walked for miles. I've walked for kilometers, really, through Rotterdam, through The Hague. It felt really good. I felt a little bit sporty, and I really do need a little bit of exercise, as I have said before. I think I'm gonna focus when I'm out of this jet lag. I'm gonna focus on my health and start a little bit of a fast. I think after Inbok has passed, and the days are already starting to lengthen, so I think I'm gonna get myself ready for fasting, more walks and exercise, to get back into shape for another summer. Oh, I got 2 this year too. Yay. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna leave you with this. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll bring through more of my lovely insights. And I hope to see you in the next. Bye.